I did this about a month ago, and my friends were on me to do it again, so here I am. It's called Perfect Love. It's kind of like, I just pretty much took stuff out of my heart and in my life and had some imagery for it, and so that's what I'm going to share. When I was young, I longed for love that would fill me. I longed for arms that wrapped around me. My eyes would dance at every pretty thing, and they were bright with the freedom and ambition of youth. When I was young, I longed for one who would be with me and know me. I never found her. I was sure she was paradise, but she was hidden from me. After some time searching, my chest grew swollen from the inside. My heart swam inside of it like a sea, aimless and beating. I didn't know where to go after a while. I was lost. Yet as I grew in age, I grew also in boldness and in strength. I began to suffer many blows and many storms. My skin, weathered, began to toughen and darken. The sea inside me grew wider and thick. As my heart pulsed, it would churn the sea and start to tire. My eyes were now seasoned and well-trained. I scoured the earth and found many attractive things I did not travel far enough to find. I consumed them whole and continually, as a slave swings his pick in the mine. I was master of my destination and a shelter unto myself. I was alone. I usually ate my fill. When I ate, my skin covered me. As the elements beat down one day, it cracked. I grasped for food and groaned. My shelter became tattered and the elements pierced me. Like fiery darts, they lodged deep inside me. My sea was seeping through my wounds all over me, now viscous and brown and in clumps. My robes were defiled and soaked. I could not move under the weight of them. I began to crawl, but the elements harshened. They pinned me to the deck. My eyes had grown numb and would not move. They were too heavy. I lied motionless in my own bile as the storm beat down. I could see that the sun was up, but it was dark all around me. Everything was empty, and I was looking through things. I did not understand. I realized I would never find paradise, and now I had given up. I was clinging to my life and did not want to hold on to it anymore. I lied powerless and trying to die. The world around me was roaring. As I was lying, I heard a sound. I had been hearing it ever since I was young, maybe even a boy. I started ignoring it a long time ago. Now, for the first time in my life, I strained to hear it. Thankfully, my ears never went numb. How I was able to hear it, I don't know. I know now it must have been right alongside me, close enough to whisper. The sound was a voice, and it was patient. And though the voice was tender and humble, I knew that there was strength in it. Cry out to me, it said. I love you. I can pull you out of here. How I wanted to cry out. My desperation far exceeded my excuses, but I had no power to cry. The voice knew this, and so began to move upon my heart, and from there began to well up an urgency that I could not contain. I blurted out, "Save me," with no conditions, and a light broke through all around me. I could see again. There was a man kneeling over me, covering me. The elements were hammering down on him, but I did not hear them anymore, and I did not feel them. He had overcome the storm. He showed me his face, and the voice that was moving upon my heart gushed forth clear, fresh water from deep inside me, and instantly I was clean. He put his hand on me, and my body was healed. My skin was made new, different than it ever had been before, and when I looked down, I saw that he had lifted my old robe and put it on himself, and dressed me in his beautiful white robe, now stained in his blood. I was overflowing with joy and peace and gratitude. My eyes were crying and beaming with light. I had a light now. I wasn't lost anymore. I had given up my life. He said, "Follow me," and I got up. His word gave me life and made me free. I believed that I could stand now, and I got up. He took me to his Father, who spoke my name and knew exactly who I was. Before I was born, he knew me, and he had a plan for me, a good plan, a plan to prosper me and not to harm me. He loved me. He loves me. He will always love me. I love you. I love you. Now I will love you forever. You will never let me go.
All right, let's go up for Mike.